So instead of OKC, we're going to call them OK3, a new big three in OKC. This is good news for OKC, poor news for the New York Knicks because they did not get enough back for the value that Melo brings to a team. The New York Knicks traded away Carmelo Anthony in exchange for Enes Kanter, Doug McDermott, and the 2018 first-round pick. While the Thunder have great value in Melo, they have a third scorer, a nice rebounder, someone that can space the floor for Russell Westbrook and Paul George. The New York Knicks just got Enes Kanter and Doug McDermott. They really should have held out longer. They should have made a deal where it really benefited the team instead of just trying to acquiesce to Melo, because Melo didn't want to be there anyway. The Knicks did owe it to Melo to trade him to a deal that made sense for everybody, but especially for Melo because he came there, he was wanted, he was lauded as the team savior. Things went south. The Knicks GM went haywire, Phil Jackson. They owed him some respect to trade him to the team that he wanted to go to. But, a big but, they should have gotten way more value for what Melo's worth. Enes Kanter and Doug McDermott, like for Carmelo, you should be able to trade like 4 players. You should get 4 solid players from. That's how great he is. For them to just get Enes Kanter and Doug McDermott, I was just like, whoa, that blew my mind. That was mind-boggling. That being said, Oklahoma City Thunder, Sam Presti finally woke up. He saw that Russell Westbrook has the potential to leave. Russell Westbrook still has not signed his extension. According to sources, Adrian Wojnarowski, the move was made in order to make sure that Russell Westbrook understands that the Oklahoma City Thunder expect a strong commitment for him going forward. They expect him to sign his extension and stay with the team. This is a big gamble move, but it's a good move because this is what Oklahoma City Thunder should have been doing in the past. They should have never just relied on Westbrook and Durant to make everything happen. They should have made bolder moves, probably should have moved Ibaka sooner and got them, a nice point guard or a nice shooting guard that could score the ball, or they should have been making moves long time ago because they had championship caliber types of players. They were up 3-1 a couple years ago, could have went to NBA Finals. They should have been making moves long time ago. So I applaud Sam Presti for this move. Very aggressive. Now, this team on paper is a really good team. So, you got three superstars, 3 franchise players, guys that can handle the basketball, score the basketball. Yet, the issue that I have with all 3 of them being on the same team, there's only one basketball. All 3 of them basically play isolation basketball. Now, Russell Westbrook had the triple-doubles last season. You got to give him credit for what he did with the triple-doubles. It was amazing. Naturally, that's not his game. That was one season of getting assists. Even when he got triple-doubles, at certain times, it was to the detriment to his team because sometimes they needed more scoring from him rather than him trying to get assists. So hopefully he stays in the mind frame of triple-double mode, pass the ball mode. That makes sense. In the case of Paul George and Melo, those guys, they're not high assist guys. They move without the ball. Paul George more so than Melo, but Melo doesn't move a lot without the ball. He kind of gets the ball and kind of sticks at times. So they're all volume shooters though. That's the one trepidation I have about this trade for the Oklahoma City Thunder. You're going to get 3 guys that need to at least take 17 to 22 shots per night. And all 3 of them are inefficient. That being said, where does that leave room for all your other guys? Because you're not going to no longer have a bench because you got rid of Kanter, got rid of McDermott. Where does that leave you guys in terms of facilitating for the others? They still have Steven Adams, which is very nice. But here's another thing that kind of gets me a little eerie about this trade. Carmelo Anthony and Steven Adams perimeter defense. Because if you're looking at the class of the NBA, which is like Golden State or Cleveland, what are the teams going to do? What are the Spurs going to do? They're going to put Carmelo Anthony in pick and roll. They're going to put Steven Adams in pick and roll. And that's going to leave players like Patty Mills, Kawhi Leonard, Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant. They're going to be able to shoot the ball with ease because Melo is not a highly motivated defender at times. Same thing with Steven Adams. While he could defend you in the paint, on the perimeter, it's a whole different story. So defensively, I see a little liabilities there, and sharing the wealth in terms of volume shooting for all these guys, somebody's going to have to take a back seat. Now, who is it going to be? We all know Russell Westbrook is the MVP, the reigning MVP. We know Carmelo Anthony has a chip on his shoulder. We know Paul George has something to prove. So this can be great. This could be like the Three Amigos. This could be like the Three Musketeers, where these guys just come together and join together and band together. The issue with all three of these guys is they have not been in winning situations in a while. Well, I can say Russell Westbrook has been in a winning situation. This is the first season where he's had to lead a team. Now he has to lead Melo and Paul George. So this is going to be interesting. Playing in Summer League doesn't really count for anything. These guys play in Summer League with each other, but it kind of gives them familiarity of how each other plays, playing on Team USA as well. That kind of gives them familiarity as well. Defensively with Westbrook and Paul George, I think that's going to be a nice tandem on the wing, so that's going to be pretty good, but this remains to be seen. Now, can they challenge Golden State? This draws an interesting challenge for Golden State. But the issue it comes when it's defense, when the ball switches, when the ball goes in the net and you got to pick up, they're going to put Melo in the pick and roll. They're going to pick and roll him to death. They're going to pick and roll Adams to death. And that's going to hurt their transition defense, and that's going to lead to a lot of runouts. So, Oklahoma City Thunder, they did a great job with this trade. Now they just have to work on keeping Russell Westbrook with the team. This is a good trade for them. This shows that the fan base that they're committed to winning. They're not laying down. They're highly motivated to keep Russell Westbrook on the team. With this move might have potentially locked in Paul George for the future. Because if Paul George could get 2 or 3 years playing with Melo and Westbrook, this is like the best team that he's ever played on. So unless like LeBron has called him on the back end, like, hey, I'm going to LA, meet me in LA, etc., etc., this is a good move for George. It's a good move for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Do they challenge the Golden State Warriors right off the bat? I still say no, because the Golden State Warriors have gelled, they've gotten better, and Oklahoma City doesn't have a bench. Defensively, they have liabilities, and they have 3 inefficient scorers. Billy Donovan needs to find a way to make these guys more efficient. More efficiency is the key here in order for this to work. If you get 3 of these guys on the team and they're not efficient, it's not going to work. It's not going to work at all. They're going to get smoked when they play the San Antonio Spurs. They're going to get smoked when they play the Golden State Warriors, because it's all about efficiency, about making the right plays. So this is a good move. I like this. And all this stems from the Golden State Warriors coming together last year. That made other teams have to get better. You can't just sit still. The Celtics got better. The Spurs got better with Rudy Gay. The Cleveland Cavaliers got better. All these teams got better just because they had to compete with Golden State. If it was still that big 3, the Warriors still stayed the same, OKC still had Kevin Durant, these GMs would not be pressing. They would not be making moves that they should have been making a long time ago. So this is good for the NBA. This has been one of the craziest summers. I can't wait for the NBA season. It's gonna be a roller coaster ride. This is Vlad with Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Peace.